without disturbing. After that impure particle setting we can get the clear water. So this clear water we are taken into another beaker without disturbing the impure particles is known as decantation. So next another purification process is filtration. In this process we are using filter paper. So this filter paper containing small pores means small particles of impurities also we can separate it by using this filtration process and collecting clear water another beaker. So now here that is insoluble impurities from water. Here in this session we are going to discuss about how to remove the soluble impurities from the water. Soluble impurities. So like sugar, water and salt water. Sugar and salt. So here sugar and salt when we are mixed in water, what happening? So when we are studying it well, after some time that particles can not appear, means it completely dissolve in water. So this type of solutions are known as soluble impurities. So these soluble impurities can be separated by using evaporation method and distillation method. What is evaporation? Evaporation method and distillation method. So these two processes are using to separate the soluble impurities from the water. So now here we are discussed about the distillation process. Which process it is? A distillation process. So in this process, how can we separate the insoluble impurities from the water? How to see? Here to do this activity we have to need here stand. So it is the stand and it is the Bunsen burner and it is the two round water flask and here fixed the rubber cork. So this having with one hole and it is connected to condenser. What is this? Condenser. So this condenser then here we are connecting through pipeline connection. So with the help of tap. So one connection we are sending to water is passing outside and one connection to water is passing in, means here circulating through the condenser. This water tap water is circulating to make this condenser cool. Okay. So when we are taking insoluble impure water in this round bottom flask, so we have to heat the water sometime. Heat the water. So in this process, here two processes are involving evaporation process and bowl. What happening? The vapors are cooling and we are finding droplets of water on the lid. Okay, you have to do this. Okay, with the help of your elders. So means on the cooling process, the water vapor is changes into water. Means here when these vapors are entering into this condenser, these vapors becomes cooled and it is changes like a droplets of water. So these droplets of water we can collecting in another beaker. So now this water is known as distilled water. So this distilled water now do not containing any impure particles. So this distilled water also we cannot use for drinking. Why? Because it not containing any minerals. So this distilled water or pure water can be used in to prepare the medicines and to do the chemical activities in labs. Okay, why this distilled water is using? So to prepare the medicines and in medical labs this distilled water is using. Means now it is not containing any impurities. For example, when we are doing some chemical reactions in the labs, what happening? When we are using impurities means it containing some type of minerals, then that giving other type of reactions. So when they are using this type of distilled water, they are getting accurate reactions and reactants. So means now this distilled water cannot be used for drinking. It is used to prepare the medicines and in syringes means used by doctors and in the medical field. This distilled water is used. Now purification of water in public water supplying systems. So in towns and villages we are getting the water from our houses to from which is the overhead tanks present in our villages. Okay now, so how the water which sending to that overhead tanks. So what type of water they are purifying and sending to that water tanks? How can we get that water? How this process are involving to purify that water? So here water outside water sources like lake, ponds, rivers they are using to collect the water in the overhead tanks. So directly when we are consuming this type of water, what happening? It causes to diseases. So that's why it is compulsory need to purification processes. Means now this water public departments what they are doing? So they are collecting this water sources like lakes, ponds, river water and they are taking first coagulation process. So in this coagulation process they are adding alum and some impurities are separating in this method. Okay, alum and other impurities are means they are collecting water in this and alum, the help of alum they are removing the impurities. And next sedimentation means this water now passed through sedimentation tank. Okay, in sedimentation process we are discussing that. So when we are keeping the beaker without disturbing it, what happening? Which is the larger particles are there? That all particles settle down bottom of the beaker. Same in this process also what happening? When the water is taken this tank, all the heavier particles settled on the below the tank. Below the tank. Now clear water. So what is here getting? Clear water. So this clear water is means here heavier particles are completely settled down. So this clear water next sending to the filtration tank. Filtration tank. So in this tank, what containing sand, pebbles, gravels, charcoal. They are making the layers. Charcoal, sand, and pebbles or gravels. Pebbles are gravels. So means in filtration process they are drinking, and from this they are sending this water which is present overhead tanks in our village. Okay, so after filling that overhead tanks, every day we are getting to the pipeline connections to complete drinking water through our houses. Means this water after purification also, if it may not take a complete complete purification process, or if it is underground pipeline connections. So how they are giving pipeline connection to underground. So if pipe leakages, so when we are going to consume this water, we have to check. Okay, sometimes we are getting some different type of color of water. So means that time it may containing some pipe, means it is leakages happening somewhere. Okay, this type of water we can't use for consume. So then when we are drinking this type of water, it will cause us to cholera, typhoid, jaundice, means waterborne diseases. So means we have to drink pure and clean water. So then only we are be safe. Okay, now so means here like this public supply systems are containing purification processes. Okay, now see the figure here. Water sources means outside water sources like ponds, where rivers they are collecting the water to location tank. In this tank they are separating the by using alum and different types of impurities, and they can sending sedimentation tank to large particles of sediments here cleared and sending to filtration process. That water is passed through charcoal sand bubbles containing making layers. So here small type of particles also separated, and then now this water is used for drinking, but it containing some germs. So now this water is sending to disinfection tank. In this they are adding chlorine tablets. Now the germs also killed by this process. So next this is water stored in overhead tanks, and through the help of taps we are getting the water to our houses. So this is the public system water. So this is our complete air and water lesson. You have to complete your fair notes